The character Grimace has been around for years, often depicted as a lovable, purple, fuzzy character in McDonald's commercials. But did you know that Grimace wasn't always this way? In fact, he was a menacing creature when he first debuted in 1971. The original Grimace had 4 arms and was known for stealing milkshakes. He was meant to be a villain, a character meant to scare children. But after a couple of years, McDonald's decided to rebrand Grimace into the friendly character we know today. But what if I told you that the original Grimace was inspired by a true story? A story about a creature that terrorized a small town back in the 1960s. The creature was described as tall, with a dark purple body and long arms that could easily reach the ground. It was said to have glowing yellow eyes and a mouth full of sharp teeth. The creature was known for stealing food from local restaurants, especially milkshakes. It all started when a local diner reported several incidents of their milkshake machines being vandalized. At first, they thought it was just a prank, but then they started noticing strange footprints outside the diner, leading into the nearby woods. The footprints were large, much larger than any humans, and had a strange, 3-toed pattern. One night, a group of teenagers decided to investigate the woods to see if they could find the creature. They brought flashlights, cameras, and even a few weapons just in case. They followed the footprints deep into the woods until they came across a small, abandoned shack. The shack was old and decrepit, with broken windows and a door hanging off its hinges. But what caught their attention was the pile of empty milkshake cups inside. Suddenly, they heard a low growl from behind them. They turned around to see the creature standing there, its yellow eyes glowing in the dark. The creature let out a terrifying roar and charged at them. The teenagers ran for their lives, but one of them wasn't fast enough. The creature grabbed him with one of its long arms and dragged him back into the woods. The other teenagers made it back to town and reported what had happened, but the authorities didn't believe them. They thought it was just a prank or a story made up to scare people. But after that night, the diner stopped serving milkshakes and the creature was never seen again. However, the story of the creature inspired the creation of Grimace, and the rest is history. Before we move on to the next story, I'd love to hear from you. Have you ever experienced something similar? If so, please share your experience in the comments section. I read all your comments and try to reply to everyone. Additionally, I will feature some of your experiences in my next videos. Would you like fries with that? Have you ever wondered why they say, "Would you like fries with that?" After every meal you purchase, the offer seemingly comes up despite you already ordering. I know why, and I'll tell you. But I need to give a disclaimer that the story isn't for the faint-hearted. This allegedly happened to a friend of mine. We'll call him John, and we'll call his roommate Brad. The fall semester was in full effect, and the pair had both studied at the same campus nearby their student housing. It was alleged that John moved in with Brad as he was originally from out of town and needed a place to stay for the following curriculum. Brad was known to not be the most pleasant individual to study around due to his constant guitar rehearsals for his rock band. This would cause John to always opt to head to the campus library after hours, which would typically result in him coming back late at night. Due to the late hours and the food options being limited, John would occasionally stop at the McDonald's drive-thru just to grab a quick bite before heading home. He mentioned that he would always order a Big Mac and nothing more. However, one night when he came home, Brad noticed something off about John. It wasn't that he looked funny or anything. He just looked like he was in a trance, staring straight into the bathroom mirror, just muttering the same phrase repeatedly. "Would you like fries with that? Would you like fries with that? Would you like fries with that?" Brad tried asking if John was okay, but he got no response. He tried shaking him to snap him out of it, but he got nothing. So, Brad resorted to giving him a good slap in the face. It worked, but it only startled him, and John ran off into his bedroom and locked the door. Brad kept calling him, but he didn't answer. The next morning, John was acting as if nothing had happened. Brad asked him if he was all right, but John said nothing was wrong. Brad didn't press the issue as he figured it was just one of John's weird tendencies. John continued with his routine of going to the library and coming back late, but it kept happening. Every night after returning home from the drive-thru, he would just stand in the bathroom, staring into the mirror, muttering that same phrase over and over again. "Would you like fries with that? Would you like fries with that?" It kept getting worse each time, to the point where John wouldn't snap out of it no matter how hard Brad tried. One night, Brad had enough. He left John in the bathroom and he went out to the car to go to McDonald's himself to see if there was something in the food or whatever that was causing his friend to do this. But when he pulled up, he didn't see anybody. The lights were on and the drive-thru was open, but there was no one working there. He shouted into the speaker box, but nobody responded. However, he suddenly felt something cold touching the back of his neck. Before he could turn around, something grabbed his shoulder and pulled him out of the car window, tossing him to the ground. He looked up, and there was a tall, creepy clown with razor-sharp teeth and glowing red eyes. The clown said, "Would you like fries with that?" Terrified, Brad scrambled to his feet and ran back to the car. The clown didn't chase him, but just watched him drive away. When he got home, John was gone. The bathroom was empty, the lights were off, and the door to his room was wide open. Brad never saw John again. Brad didn't go to the police or tell anyone about the clown, but he quit school and moved back to his hometown. He later heard that John had been found wandering in the woods several miles away, mumbling the same phrase to himself over and over again. "Would you like fries with that?" If you find these stories chilling, make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more gripping tales. Share your story in the comments below. I love to hear your experiences. Stay safe, and thanks for watching.